fall into the swamp at any moment. Just kidding. Not really though, because
No, you're good. I mean, I was fine. I put it back.
what if I'm just slowly sliding back into the river?
No, you're good.
Feel it. No, I'm just kidding. And here is our first honey harvest. We got these bees in August, so it's been about 4 months since we got the bee box, and we got 3 gallons of both honey and beeswax. So this is Skylar smoking them out, so they think there's a forest fire, right? That's what it simulates when you're doing this?
Correct, yeah.
I was honestly expecting the bees to swarm us and just sting us like crazy because we're essentially just stealing all of their hard work, but they didn't, and they were really sweet, and we were able to get these trays out. I had people tell me when I posted this on Instagram that this is super ineffective to do it with a guava wood stick like this, but we heard that using metal can cause it to have like a different taste and flavor, which we ended up using metal to strain it, so that was kind of a waste, but we also just didn't have a scraper tool, and this worked great. And this is just when we were putting both the beeswax and the honey, how it is straight from the tray into jars prior to straining it. But it had such a beautiful color, and we think it's because the bees feed on the flowers in our garden. So they have roses, they really love this tulsi, and we live in a neighborhood where a lot of people have beautiful fruit orchards. So we know that they're feeding off the best things, and this honey was just so gorgeous to look at in the sun. This is some of it that's strained from the wax.
That we harvested. We still have 2 big jars that we haven't strained, and we're literally just hand straining them using a spoon to like squeeze the beeswax or the honey out of the beeswax and then scraping the beeswax out. And we tried to make 1 candle so far. Your cute little lumpy one, because we don't have the right size pot. I feel like you need a really tall pot so you can like dip them and have them be straight.
More cylindrical for sure, yeah.
Well, we're gonna do that. We're gonna figure that out, or we're just gonna pour them into the little coconut halves, right?
Coconut halves, or yeah, little glass things we find at the thrift store, little votives, just yeah, anything. Because like you have to. The main thing is just stabilizing the wick and having it straight. So the wax. Yeah, well, and there's different genetics of honeybee too. Most of them originated from either Africa or Europe and have been hybridized. I was told by the local beekeeper who stays 2 miles away that these are American African cross, which are very docile. They're not. You know, some of these European honeybees are known for, it says online, sumo wrestling the native bees off of flowers, but these guys are so docile and sweet that when we harvested them, we didn't experience any darting or any aggression.
Yeah, that was something I wanted to talk about, because I feel like that would be the main deterrent for most people, is just like, I don't want to get swarmed by a bunch of bees and get stung everywhere and have to go to the hospital, but they were so chill. I was very, very surprised, honestly. I was the only one that got stung, and it was towards the end. It wasn't during the time that we were taking the, the trays out of the bee box. It was when I was processing the honey, because there was still some left over, like hanging onto the trays. And it was like the one time, because I was really careful, I was putting my hands like the entire day. And it was like the one time that I was talking to Leo, and I like wasn't looking where I put my hand, and I got stung. So that was my fault. And I think I killed the bee, so I felt bad, and I deserved it. But other than that, they were super chill, and nobody else got stung, which is pretty crazy. There was one like inside of his like head thing, and it still
snuck inside and was just cruising around, and I just gently took it off. You know, we don't ever want to. I feel like similar to sharks and dogs, they sense fear and aggression in humans, so we want to be as patient and slow and methodical with our movement as possible.
And we're all hippie about it too. We're like telling them that we love them the whole time. Like,
yeah, they sense the love. They do.
We're also adopting these retired rodeo horses who are the sweetest ever, and it's really cool to see Leo ride for the first time, and I've missed riding so much, and I've never had a mare before, so I'm so excited.
Glass gem corn.
Unfortunately, we're still finding these guys, but the cool thing about having ducks is as soon as you find it, which we have this tarp down to keep the cane grass down, but watch, it's like a sacrifice. We make these videos to hopefully inspire people to just appreciate having a connection with your food, having a connection with the land that you're living on, because if you notice, there's just so much magic all around us that we can tap into. We've taken a lot of joy in cooking at home lately, just barbecuing some local beef on the grill, some sourdough, instead of spending $200 at an overstimulating restaurant. And it's just felt really good to slow down and just be in this space. We don't even have a proper structure up here yet, but there's beauty all around us, and we're really enjoying the process. So thank you guys for being here and for following along with what we're doing, and we can't wait to share more soon.